here on the Soho Acoustic showroom.
Yes.
I want to introduce a person here. His name is Gordon French. It's my manager in Soho. Has been with me for almost 11 and a half years. And I don't know anyone with more knowledge about acoustic guitars than him.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to talk to him about some of the guitars.
Could you maybe first could you tell us? This is such a beautiful room. I mean, what was your inspiration, or how did you decide to build this?
Well, when the idea came of Soho and I find this place, I realized the mezzanine was perfect for what I wanted to do. And this particular room, it was a bathroom there, it was an office. The fireplace was there, nothing was here. But when I saw the place, I said, oh my God, that upstairs is going to be for my collection of Angelicos, and here is perfect for the acoustic showroom. Yeah. And my friend who built this, he decided to put cabinets that are open, and that way you can see through. That's Gordon French.
Hey, how are you?
Good friend of the shop for many years, and yeah, just giving an idea to run with the guitars that we carry here.
Well, we got a lot of good stuff here in the store. I mean, we try to focus on good vintage and obviously the best production line, but also some of the fine small builders. Guys like George Loudon out of Ireland, one of the most respected of the individual luthiers. He's making, probably about 400 or 500 guitars a year with a small group in North Ireland. These are two pieces that he actually made for Rudy, an 038 and a 25th anniversary, both Brazilian rosewood and cedar. Got great guitars from Santa Cruz Guitar Company. Richard Hoover, one of the most respected and older of the small boutique companies. They're out of California. And fun thing for us is this particular one was actually made by a guy who used to work for us, or partly made by a guy who used to work for us. Yeah. Okay. We carry, down here some of our choicer selections for stuff that we've stashed. One of the Liberty Tree guitars, some of the R. Taylors, some fine stuff from them, and they continue to be a good thing for the store.
Absolutely.
Obviously, can't be a guitar store and not carry Gibson.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we try to get the best stuff from vintage, from anything that comes out of the custom shop with Ren Ferguson, any of his beautiful works. They've done a great job in the last number of years of really trying to get back to the great vintage guitars they were making years ago. They started going back to using a lot of Adirondack spruce, using hot hide glue, which has been very popular again. So they're doing tremendous work out there.
And so the guitars, if you get a beautiful vintage piece in, or an exceptional kind of new guitar, it all comes in here. I mean, it kind of mingles in here, does not.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we try to pick the best of what we can get our hands on and put it on the walls down here.
Okay, absolutely. What else? So moving down the wall here.
Down the wall, well, again, we've got some great stuff from Gibson. Keep going on. Over here, we've got a nice collection of Martins, primarily some vintage pieces. 1955 D28, 1959 D28 in immaculate condition. 1964. Been very blessed in the D28 area as of late, as well as some interesting kind of custom pieces that they did. This is one of the C.F. Martin Sr. 200th anniversary guitars, and they did it as a D45 Deluxe. It was done in Brazilian rosewood with a Sitka top, and they took the standard D45 and tried to figure out where they could cram just a little bit more abalone into it.
It's just a shoehorn in.
Yeah,
They could here. That's a great signature right there.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. And Brazilian rosewood, which again, Martin at this stage of the game is pretty much out of. Last time I talked to them, they said they had 6 sets left. And
for good, like that's it.
That's it, yeah. I guess they're not even attempting to try to source anymore. It's just become too difficult to actually get, and too difficult to get legally, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We've got some great mandolins from Collings and Weber, two of our favorite mandolin companies in terms of making great hand-carved pieces here in the U.S. and not charging an arm and a leg, as well as some very interesting vintage pieces. This is a piece that Rudy acquired a number of years ago that we're quite fond of. It was made in 1919. It's a Gibson A3 that whoever originally had it commissioned had it all painted, did this beautiful angel motif. It looks like Gibson put on all these little rhinestones. A fairly decked out piece, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just a beautiful little instrument that came through that for a number of years we weren't selling, and we've just decided to put on display in the stores. We finally have a place to really show this stuff off properly. Instead of just cramming it sideways on a wall, it actually gets its own showcase now.
Well, this is, sorry, go ahead, please.
No, I was just going to say some of the other great lines. Collins Guitars out of Austin, Texas. The Froggy Bottom Guitars out of Vermont, one of our favorite builders. You know, little small guy making about 80 to 100 instruments a year, the finest guitars we can find. This is one of our recent acquisitions that we're really quite impressed with. We've known Serge Dijon for quite some time. Great Canadian builder, came out of the Larrivée connection along with Linda Manzer and Grit Laskin, all those fine people. And the other day, we had his 17-year-old son, Corinne, come in and bring this fine instrument, the 7th instrument he's built. Beautiful bear-clawed spruce top, Brazilian rosewood back and sides. Great sense of detail, snakewood bridge, fretboard binding, and all from a 17-year-old kid. So, I mean, these days, the little boutique scene, all the great little builders out there, I mean, they're coming out of the woodwork. It's kind of the true golden age of acoustic guitars, or at least the second golden age.
Yeah, it's come back around.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to live through.
Hey, man, Gordon, thank you for showing us around.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
We're at Rudy's Acoustic Room right now.